Dudes and dudettes, how are you guys? This is Chazzy and welcome back to the Mixer, and today's video is going to be a little bit weird because I unfortunately did not have a lot of time to prepare for it, you know. I didn't really, it sort of kind of is, I had this video on my spreadsheet for a while, but I sort of like pushed it up at the last minute, you know, so I'm kind of going to be, I didn't really have time to put a lot of research into it, so you guys might notice that I'm going to be reading a lot from my cheat sheet here on my tablet that I have, you know, but I'm going to be, oh god, talking about something that I think is really interesting that I have been sitting on for a while, you know. You guys may not have ever heard of this, you know, and even though it might sound a little sexual, you know, keep an open mind, don't be so freaking dirty, okay? I'm gonna be talking about the Great Blue Hole. Yeah, that's what she said. Anyway, this is actually a giant marine sinkhole that is located off the coast of Belize, you know, close to the Lighthouse Reef, which is a small atoll, you know, that's like, I don't know, some miles away from the mainland of Belize City, you know. So what it is essentially, as the name suggests, a giant freaking hole in the middle of the ocean, you know, that looking at it from far away honestly gives me the creeps, you know. This to me looks worse than the damn Mariana Trench, you know, even though it's like, compared to the Mariana Trench, it's probably not really that deep at all, you know. But anyway, as you guys can imagine, it's a hole, you know, so it's circular, and it is actually 1,043 feet across, you know, which would be 318 meters for those of you who prefer that kind of statistics there. And also it is, it says here that it is 410 feet deep, you know, so all the way down from surface to bottom, that comes out to 125 meters deep, you know. And I just think it, I don't know, man, this, I can't even imagine, I can't imagine something that's 400 feet deep, you know, which is still barely anything compared to other oceanic bodies there, you know. So it has a total surface area of 760,500 square feet, or 70,650 square meters, you know, if you want to get technical about it, because y'all be annoying scientists up in here with the biology. And it was formed a long time ago, you know, during several episodes, so it's a TV show now, huh, of quaternary glaciation, where sea levels were a lot lower, and analysis of the stalactites found inside of it actually showed that the formation took place hundreds of thousands of years ago, and as the ocean began to rise, the cave was flooded again, you know. And it's really interesting because, I don't know, man, this thing looks so weird. It's just like, I look at this hole and I'm like, I don't know, it just feels like it's going to, it feels like you can actually go there. It is sort of kind of like a tourist attraction, but it's also preserved by the thingamajigabob here. It's a UNESCO World Heritage Site, you know, and it's part of the Belize Barrier Reef Reserve System. But you can go there, you know, it is completely open to visitation. Here's a fun little thing for you guys here. This is the view of it in space, and I don't know if I can actually, I don't know if we can see it from here, but this is an image of it in space. Can you guys see it? Is it showing up on the screen? Where exactly the blue hole is, I think, is here. I think this is where the Great Blue Hole is, right there, you know. I think that's where you find it. You know, I'm pretty sure that's where it is. Or not. I think it's up close to, anyway, it's somewhere around here, you know, and it's just really freaky. It's really freaking creepy. And before I continue the video, you know, after I showed you this, I'm going to now show you a few photos of the actual hole itself, and it's a little complicated, and I will also, if I can, show you photos of inside of it, you know. Whoever the hell took these were definitely very brave. So let's go inside the Great Blue Hole right now. Again, that's what she said. I'm sorry, just shit. Oh boy, it's really hard to look at. Even though there is a finite space down there, it's just one big hole, and if you document and study what's down there, you know what's gonna, it still feels weird to me. It still feels like there's so much that has been unexplored. It's a really big hole, man. How have you really mapped out everything down there, you know? It still feels like the ocean to me, you know, wide open, and it looks so dark from the surface, you know? It's just, I wouldn't go anywhere near this damn thing. I don't know, man. I don't like going into holes and whatnot. Okay, anyways, so It was discovered in 1971, where a ship called the Calypso was taken to the hole to chart its depths, you know, and apparently there were a few different stages of rising sea levels, you know, and a few other things here and that, but this isn't really interesting. So here's the thing. Okay, so in 1997, you know, there was an expedition that took place, and it was to collect core samples from the ocean floor and document the actual cave system inside of it. You know, there might be a whole intricate system of caves down there, and there were a few divers who had to be certified in cave diving mixed gases because it's a really, you know, dangerous thing to do. It's actually weird because there are a few divers who went down there and never came back up, so that just fuels my theory that there's something down there that we haven't discovered yet, you know. In 2018, 2 submarines actually descended down there to try to study them themselves, you know, and they wanted to try to map the interior a little bit better, you know, so they used solar scanning, you know, and they were actually able to complete a 3D map of the 1,000 foot wide hole, a sort of like a little bit of the 1,000 feet, you know, because there was a little more that they probably couldn't get to, you know, and they discovered a layer of hydrogen sulfide at a depth of about 300 feet, you know, or 91 meters, and the water at that depth becomes really dark and anoxic and devoid of life, so it's pretty much like you're going down to the ocean floor. It's almost like you're hitting the rock bottom at the Mariana Trench, you know, the Challenger Deep. And then it discovered also the bodies of 2 divers down there, you know, out of 3 who were believed to have been missing while diving. So that's just really freaking scary to me, you know. I'm not a big fan of diving, you know, unless it's like in a coral reef or something, you know, in shallow clear water where I can see where the hell I'm going and I won't drown because it's shallow, you know. And the hole, like I said before, is a popular spot for tourists. People go there, they take photos, they swim because they're freaking crazy. And scuba divers can go there because they can see, there are some parts where there's crystal clear water and they can see different kinds of fish, including but not limited to the midnight parrotfish and the Caribbean reef shark, and also the bull shark and hammerhead sharks. 3 species of sharks, and you still want to dive there. Okay, buddy, you do you, okay? You do you. And they're not regularly sighted though, but it's a really big hole, so I wouldn't put it past a megalodon to be freaking down there. So usually the trips are full days, you know, because it takes a while to explore. There are caves that are similarly formed to it, you know, collapsed sinkholes, you know, this and that, and then underwater cave systems, you know. You can explore a lot of things down there, you know. And it's really funny because, I mean, when I imagine a place like this, I immediately think of animals that can kill me down there, you know. That's the way that I am. And there have been a lot of documentaries about it. There was one in 2012 in the Discovery Channel, you know. I can't remember if I watched it, but still, it's just it's not the kind of place where I would visit. I'm going to try to insert now here either species of fish, more photos of the hole, or maybe a video or 2 if I can find it with the right rights that I can use here, the copyright thingy. So yeah, let's go ahead and do that, eh? You know, the craziest thing about this is that it's not even the deepest hole in the ocean in the world, you know. The deepest is actually the Dragon Hole in South China, and also Dean's Blue Hole in the Bahamas. So yeah, it's really, I don't know why exactly this one is so popular, you know, but I think it's because it's the one that attracted the most amount of tourists. It might be the least dangerous, you know, and the most explored and mapped out. So that's why people go there more. You can find more photos of it online, you know. And guys, looking at the photo, it's still, I mean, there are a few, how can I say, like there are some interesting species of animals there. You can probably find some interesting corals as well, some underwater life, you know, but it's not the kind of thing that I would recommend you to do, you know, because there are a few, there is a system of a few underground caves that are probably very easy for you to get lost in, you know. I personally wouldn't risk it. It's not the kind of place where I would go personally, you know. I would stay the hell away from that, as I'd stay as far away the hell as I could, you know. But I'm pretty sure you guys know that I suffer from thalassophobia, you know. I did record a video talking about it a while back, but I think I'm actually gonna redo it a little bit because I think it's one of those vids that came out a little crappily. But I don't know, I did talk about it on YouTube before in multiple instances, you know. Thalassophobia is fear of open water, you know. I'm really afraid of the ocean, you know. I like marine life, I like studying, you know, recording videos on YouTube about it, you know. I like watching documentaries, movies, TV shows, what have you, playing games like Subnautica, which was a lot of fun. But I probably would never actually go to the ocean, if you understand what I mean, you know. Like doing deep sea fishing or something, you know. I don't care who it is who invites me, I probably would not go. It's very, very unlikely. I'm looking in the mirror here, seeing if I'm a little too low or a little too high. I think I've been way too low in some of the videos, so now I'm gonna try to set up like this a little bit. Yeah, it looks good. But yeah, guys, I think in general that's really it. You know, I don't have much else to say about this. You know, it's going to be a short video. The article that I have here is pretty short itself. There's not a lot of info, but you guys can look it up later, of course, to find out more information or watch a longer, more detailed video, because on this channel, this is what you guys get. Okay, consider my video kind of like a morsel for you to go and see something more detailed later. But anyway, guys, if you happen to like this video, please go ahead and give it a like if you learned something new, if you didn't know about the blue hole, because now you do. And also, go ahead and subscribe to my channel, please. And while you're at it, you might as well also hit the notification button to know exactly what time I upload it, because it's videos every single day here, baby, on the Chazzy channel, the Chazzy network up here on YouTube. Anyway, guys, that's it for today. This is Chazzy signing out for now, and as always, I will see you guys in the next video. Beware the blue hole and roll the outro screen.